Welcome to my channel Digital Challenge Academy with Rimanshu.
Hey everyone, have you ever typed up a document, looked at that giant wall of text, and just thought, it could look better? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to tackle. We are going to take a super basic document and turn it into something sharp and professional, all using the core tools right inside LibreOffice Writer. Let's dive in. But first, before we get into the how-to, let's talk about the why. Seriously, take a second and think about the last document you set out. What message was it really sending? Because, the way your words look on the page says a whole lot. It's that critical first impression you make before anyone even reads the first word. And this, right here, this is what I'm talking about. On the left, we've got, well, it's kind of chaos. But on the right, total clarity. That's the powerful transformation we're aiming for today. We're going to go from that messy before to that polished, professional, and super readable after. So where do we even begin? It all starts with the building blocks of your document, the paragraph. If you can get this right, you're on your way to taking full control of your entire document's look and feel. It's actually pretty amazing how these 4 little options can completely change everything. You've got your standard left alignment. That's the default. Center alignment, perfect for titles. Right is a bit more niche, maybe for dates or something. But justify? Justify is the secret sauce. That's what gives you those clean, sharp edges on both sides, just like in a real book. It just instantly makes everything look more official. Okay, want to know a real power-up for making your text easier to read? It's all about line spacing. And these keyboard shortcuts, they're going to be your new best friends. Control-1 is your standard single spacing. Need more room for notes or edits? Bam! Control-2 gives you double spacing. And Control-5 hits that sweet spot right in the middle with 1.5 spacing. Seriously, learning these will save you so much clicking around in menus. All right, our paragraphs are looking great. Now, let's level up and talk about how to organize different ideas into clean, smart lists.
Now, this seems like a simple choice, but getting it right is crucial. So when do you use bullets and when do you use numbers? The rule is super simple. If the order of your items doesn't really matter, say a shopping list or some brainstorming ideas, use bullets. But if the order is critical, like steps in a recipe, a timeline, or a top 10 list, you have to go with numbering. It just naturally guides your reader through the sequence.
And I've got the shortcuts for you to make this even faster. To fire up a numbered list, just tap F12. For a bulleted list, hold down Shift and press F12. Once you get these 2 into your muscle memory, you can structure your thoughts in real time without ever having to reach for the mouse. And hey, for some of you watching, this is more than just a handy tip. The source material specifically calls out that these function key shortcuts are super popular questions on the NIELIT MCQ exam. So if you're studying for an IT certification, knowing these isn't just helpful, it could be absolutely essential. Okay. So we've wrangled our text, we've organized our ideas, now it's time to zoom out and take control of the canvas itself. This is all about designing your master page. This is your command center for everything page-related. You just go to the Format menu and then click on Page Style. This is where you set the rules for your whole document, margins, paper size, all the good stuff. Think of it as the blueprint for your project. One of the biggest choices you'll make here is the orientation. Portrait, which is vertical, that's the standard for pretty much everything. Letters, reports, you name it. But what if you're trying to fit in a really wide table or a big graph? That's when you flip it to landscape. It gives you all that horizontal space you need. It's all about making the page fit your content, not the other way around. And just a quick heads up, while you have a ton of paper sizes to choose from, remember that LibreOffice Writer is usually going to start you off with either A4 or letter, depending on where you are in the world. So that's your starting point. Wow, we have covered a ton of ground in just a few minutes. You seriously now have the core skills to make your work look structured and incredibly polished. Let's do a super quick review, and then I've got a little challenge for you. So here it is, your new formatting toolkit. Number 1, you can now master your paragraphs with alignment and spacing. Number 2, you can organize all your key ideas with bullets and numbers. And number 3, you know exactly how to control your entire page with orientation and size settings. These 3 things, they're the foundation of any great-looking document. And that brings us to your homework. We talked about those handy shortcuts, so let's see what you remember. What is the function key for creating bullets in LibreOffice? Go ahead and drop your answer down in the comments below. Keep practicing these skills, and I promise you'll be creating amazing documents in no time. Thanks for hanging out with me.